Okay, good morning, Canada. Good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're coming from. My name is To. Thanks for coming into this Higo AKG product sharing. Right, so we're going to do this Zoom in about an hour or so. So we cover mainly three things, right? So normally I like to cover about a bit of the company backgrounds, right? Who are the people, the founders, etc. Second one is that Walter will cover the products, right? He's a scientist, so it's good to have a scientist to cover the product. Thirdly, we can talk about what is the business opportunity, right? Beside healthier, reverse aging, we are able to bring this to the world. It is a very good business opportunity at the very tip of the whole trend. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to put up my slide and then we can go through some of the information on the slide. Okay. All right. So first of all, we are into this Higo AKG. Today is talking about Higo. Higo is means high, go high, and go far. So it is a US funded company, right? Registered in US, based in Los Angeles. So we are a cross-border e-commerce company. As a start, we market very, very high-end DNA-based products, a product that can able to reverse aging 8 to 34 years, right? Which is our first flagship product. And we did very well in the last 10 months, right? So I'm going to talk a bit more later. First of all, a bit introduction of myself. My name is To. I come from Singapore. I have bachelor degrees in electrical electronic engineering from NUS, Singapore University. Then I worked a couple of years. Then I went to UK for an MBA degree, major in finance. Then I worked in a MNC for a couple of, for almost 2 decades. So in a company like Hewlett Packard that you could know, and like Philips Consumer Electronics and some telecommunication company. For my experience is mainly in product marketing. So I look at trends, I look at business, and we specs the product. So in between, I was a venture capitalist. So that's where we invest. We take a look at many companies. We invest into the companies that is potential. And once it go listing, that's where venture capital firm makes money. So I'm interested in technology and interested in business and interested in trends. So when I saw this Higo AKG, I think, wow, this is another $1 trillion business opportunity, right? So when we talk about company, we will mention a bit of company background. As I mentioned, it's US-based company doing e-commerce worldwide, growing and expanding very nicely around the globe. So the founders is Jack Kwan. Jack Kwan is based in LA. So he basically is from China originally. He then went to US to study and then develop his career in US. So he's about 50s. I met him back in January when I went to Kuala Lumpur to do due diligence. Then after I met him, I said, wow, this guy is a sound businessman. He knows what he's doing, right? So then we embark on it. And after 6 months, no regrets. So he, besides Higo, they are asset management company. They manage many businesses, quite diversified, including biotech, including manufacturing plants, including finance, loans, car distribution, hotels, even have a crypto exchange called UZX, ranked about 30 in the world, right? So Higo is one of their company, and lo and behold, Higo grow very well. Why? Because the very first flagship product was fantastic. So this is a flagship product, which is the one on the picture. It's called AKG, Higo GN AKG. It's able to reverse aging, right? It's not only froze age, is reverse aging 8 to 34 years. This was backed up by scientific research. So basically, it started with Harvard University, a group of researchers. They researched about AKG, and then they did the clinical trial, and they found that with a group of people, and they found that it's able to reverse aging 8 to 34 years, which is amazing. So typically, most people, let's say a bit ages, right? Let's say 5 series and above. I mean, if you are like 20s, you haven't aged, right? We won't feel much. If you are 5 series and above, you're half century already, half of your lifespan. Within one bottle, normally people can feel the effect. when you can feel the effect from the energy level. So once you take in, when you're like half century, like 5 series, your energy level normally a bit low, right? End of the day, you might feel very tired, but this one, you can significantly feel it. And most people can feel it from the sleep, because you go deeper, and when you repair your DNA, it let you sleep deeper. Sleep is quite important, and is many people couldn't sleep well, right? Like Walter, he was saying that he has sleeping problem. He slept a few hours, then he wake up. So this one let him able to sleep much deeper, able to wake up like the normal time, like 7, 8 a.m. in the morning instead. And also the bowel is better. But those people that has medical conditions, it can have positive effect on 128. We have 128 medical conditions get improved or get cured, including high blood pressure, including diabetes, including skin problem, eczema, cirrhosis, including many like prostate, kidney dialysis patients, and all the way to more extreme will be cancer, right? And vertigo, and this lupus. Lupus is quite difficult condition. So it's amazing. So we have many fantastic testimony. So customer, when they buy, they actually want to repeat order. They buy the product again and again. So this is the best testimony that we have. So the second product we launched last month, which is called GN Cell. This is more targeted, right? Targeted to mainly to increase our immune system. That means targeted to bring up our autophagy capabilities, and also targeted to reduce our inflammation, because a lot of chronic diseases is actually due to chronic inflammation, right? So once you reduce that, you can resolve a lot of issues. So especially good for people that is having cancer, or prevention of cancer, right? Because more all of us have some form of cancer cell, any one way or another. So this one, it terminate the cancer cell right at the very beginning. So, and also reduce inflammation, right? So able to clear up our body. Our body is just like our house, right? If your house is a lot of garbage, you never clear it for a while, it's going to be messy, right? And stinky, right? So this one is able to clear up our body. So AKG complement with this is fantastic. In fact, this morning, Jack Kwan, which is the chairman, just did a global Zoom with few thousand people, and together with the chief scientist, Dr. Liu, to give a report on the clinical trial of 123 people, right? Fantastic results, right? So the report will be officially published tomorrow. So very exciting time. So this is the new approach to help us to maintain our health. So traditionally, there are two approaches, which is one is you take supplementation, you short of supplements, you take supplementation, right? After you cannot supplement already, you become disease, right? Let's say you become certain disease, then you take medication or you go hospital. So there's a second way. So now we are opening up another way, another approach, which is use nutrients to prevent our body from going into chronic diseases before it happens, right? So that is able to reverse aging 8 to 34 years. And of course, the company doesn't stop at the two products. The third product is GN hormone. GN hormone is targeting at the repairing our productive functions, right? Let men have more vitalities, right? Women become more beautiful, right? It's sort of like, if I give you a blue pill, right, men will be very excited. So this is a natural blue pill. This is not a drug blue pill. This is a natural nutrients to increase our vitalities and our improve our hormone system. The fourth one is the brain, GM brain, which is targeted. The nutrients is able to go in our brain, affect our DNA, and improve our brain, our synapses. Because with the advancement of the AI technology, especially with the advancement of the human genome, right? Because we have completed the human genome mapping about 20 years ago. So scientists know exactly where to do their research. And with the addition of the AI technology, many of the new nutrients is coming out or new drugs is coming out is able to improve our body, let us grow well beyond 100 years old. But when we have a capable body, we also want to have a capable mind, right? So this is targeted at the brain. So we already have 4 products. Of course, the company will continue to research. And this morning we have seen the Dr. Liu, which make the the official publication of the GN cell. Of course, there's a team of scientists continue to research the next generation on future products. So many people also ask about logistics. So we have one slide on this. Company is registered in US. It's called Higo Corporation. The manufacturing plant currently is in New Jersey, right? So, but that plant is not able to cater for expansion really. So the company has just bought another plant in Los Angeles. Will be in production in November timeframe, which is about 3 months from now. And by then we'll go US to visit, and show the manufacturing plants. And also that plants is able to manufacture up to 40,000 bottles a day. Currently, our shipment is about 10,000 bottles a day. So by then, we should grow a bit further. So 40,000 bottles a day will give us able to cater for our expansion for the next 1 to 2 years. And our main sales currently, of course, US, Canada do have a little bit of sales, but the main sales currently is in China because a group of businessmen, a group of promoters, they promote heavily in China, and China market accepted it very well. And I think about 85% of the sales are happening in China. So for China goods, is shipped to Hong Kong and sell it to China through a WTO arrangement, right? So that is a cross-border e-commerce arrangement, right? So China is a very, very big market. So of course, the company will continue to grow there. But the company also want to grow beyond China, also want to grow to the rest of the world. And the rest of the world, the things happening is in South Asia. So the company placed the operation centers in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. Currently, I'm in Kuala Lumpur, and that is able to cater for South Asia, right? The goods were shipped from US to Kuala Lumpur. And Kuala Lumpur is a very natural place because the cost is low, and also it covers a very wide, able to cover very wide countries. I mean, if you include China, India, and Indonesia, right? We call it ICI. You cover almost half of the world because China has 1.5 billion, India has 1.6 billion, and India has 0.3 billion. So that is almost half of the world. Of course, you still have Japan, you still have Korea. We just opened Korea office, and the next office we are planning to open will be in Vietnam. Vietnam is also a very, very high growth country. And the next one will be Indonesia. Then let's see where we go next. Maybe we hope to go India, right? Then we could cover half of the world. So this is the operation. And of course, we will ship worldwide through third-party logistics like DHL, Further Express, etc. So, but beside a very, very good products, beside a very, very good logistic, we are also very strong in our business model, right? A product is good. There's a fundamental. A product must be good. But when you compete in business, you must compete beyond that, right? So we have very good products, right? That's where we earn the income from our what we call life dividends, the product that can able to reverse aging 8 to 34 years. Would you want it? Who can resist 8 to 34 years product, right? Who can resist 8 to 34 years nutrients? Hardly, right? So, but also when we grow to further, we will launch our credit card, where our commissions will be going into a credit card, and can we use the credit card everywhere in the world, and we can withdraw it everywhere in the world. Because besides health is what we need, everybody will need help, right? I mean, who doesn't need well? But beside that, everybody will spend money. Once you wake up, you brush your teeth, you're spending money already. You drink water, you're spending money. So people do use credit card. Like for me, I use a couple of thousand Sing dollars every month. So when we use credit card, we do have some rebate from the banks. So once we have this new credit card, when we spend the credit card anywhere around the world, we will earn our dividend, we will earn our PV, right? So, and if everybody earn the PV, that's where we have commission, because the bank will give us rebate, right? So the rebate will be split among all of us. So we do one-time work, we bring in the groups, and we enjoy a few time dividends. Would it be good? You want one-time dividend, or you want a few times dividend? A few times, right? And then when we reach to about 1 million people, will be very sizable communities. This is a growing, this is a dynamic communities. A 1 million, a dynamic communities, 1 million, you can't estimate how many millions would it grow to. It could grow to 10 million, 20 million, 100 million given time, right? So when we go to about 1 million, we'll be very sizable. Then we can link to every product and services in the world. And why is it for us? If let's say I bring in a good product and services, I do have a commission on that. I can earn, I can treat as a business. But last and not least, the company is not only making money from products, but the company, the main value is to create sizable groups. That's where we grow to 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, or could be beyond. That will be a very, very powerful vehicles, right? And that is very, very valuable. So, and the company is going to share 20% of whatever the profits that we have to us based on our contribution. That means we contribute to the data of the company, we contribute to the communities of the company, and we will have a fair sharing. Is that good or good? Fantastic, right? So when I saw it, I said, wow, this is interesting. I don't mind to work one time and earn a couple of times. So, and this business model and the product works in the last 10 months. It works very well. So far, we have 8 earners hitting the max out commission of 100K per week. 100K per week, yeah? US dollar, okay? So that is fantastic. When I came into January in the company, that was only one person, right? One person. Well, you could say that he's lucky or he's very, very good, but now has 8 person, average people. So this product is able to let normal people, average people, as long as people that able to grab the opportunities, work on it, there is a potential, could earn a good income. I mean, but then there are 400 people, 400 diamonds, right, that achieve income of 2.5K and above. I mean, if you have 2.5K and above per week, that is quite okay, quite good for most people, right? I mean, you don't mind to have 2.5K a week, and then it's sort of like quite passive in a way. So imagine if you have every week 2.5K, every month is 10,000. That is equivalent that you put, wow, you put like $5 million in the bank if a bank give you 2% interest, right? So that is a kind of assets that we really have 400 diamonds as it's growing. And then we have the very good testimony will be is that we have over 300,000 active members. Yeah, so I just want to stress that this is a very strong testimony, because if the product is average, normally, yeah, you buy this product, you can buy other product. Of course, all supplement products are good. Nobody says supplement products is no good. Just that there are so many choices, right? But this product, there are very high repeat sales. That means people think that it's very good, right? Very, very good, that they are willing to repeat sales, very high repeat sales. I won't say 100%, but even you have 50, 60, 70% repeat sales is considered very good, because most sales is only like 5 to 10% repeat sales. You have to do a lot of advertisement, you have to do a lot of sales. This one is repeat sales, right? Then they can become, they consider as active members, because every month they buy again. So we have over 300,000 active members, and is growing, yeah. Okay, so so having said that, I mentioned to you a bit about what the company do and what is the product about. So we think that, I was a venture capitalist, I like to look at trends. So I'm looking at trends maybe a couple of years from now. So we have gone through, Higo has gone through what we call the innovator stage. That means some founders or some innovator, they found a company, right? They took the lease, they plunged, they want to try something new. But the product is proven with 300,000 people consuming it repeatedly. And we have so many fantastic testimony, with thousands of fantastic testimony. If you're in a group, you can see that. And then the business model is working. And then we just launched the international global website about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So, and I would call it, we have crossed the chasm, right? In product marketing, we call it cross the chasm. It means you have crossed the most difficult hurdle. Every company will have hurdle. Along the way, we will have some hurdle along the way. We just have to resolve the hurdles. That could be a technical problem, website problem, product shortage problem, all sorts of problem, right? But the business model is proven, the product is proven. So now it's for us to grow to different part of the world, right? We could go to India, could go to Indonesia, could go to many parts of South America, right? But even like within your country, there are many cities that we haven't covered, right? So we are looking for people, mainly two types of people. Who are they that we are looking for? We are looking for entrepreneur, right? That means people smell the trend. They think that, oh, okay, this is a good try, a good trend. We are looking for entrepreneur. We're looking for people that want to do business or want to earn money. You don't mind to earn extra few $1,000s a month, right? We're looking for entrepreneur, and we are looking for people that have health conscious. That means you really think that this health and wellness is the next growing industry. You want to participate. That means you are more health conscious. I am very health conscious. I took supplements for over the last 30 years, right? So I maintain myself quite well, right? So so we're looking for people that is entrepreneur and health conscious, that so that we can grow this and spread it around the world, because this is going through words of mouth, going through network marketing, right? So, and then I think for the next 1 to 2 years will be a very good time for us to spread around the world, because product company will take a while to go through to the whole world, right? And then later on, maybe some early adopters will come in, and then early majority come in. That's where we go into the hyper growth, and then of course later on will be more matured growth. So by then, I think we should be a $1 trillion market, right? Not Higo, but the whole industry, because the world has 8 billion people. Imagine just 1 billion people is our target market. I mean, who doesn't want to be healthier, right? Who doesn't want to look better? I mean, the beauty industry is such a big industry, right? So we have many people that took it and become prettier, more glow, right? And smoother face. Of course, they have many benefits, all right? So health and wellness is a very big industry. If we have 1 billion people that's able to participate or consume this, because our product is not expensive, it's very affordable. It's $135. So per month, right? 1 bottle is 1 month. So there's 60 tablets. You only consume 2 tablets a day. So if it's 1 billion people multiplied by $135 per month, that's 135 billion a month. That will be 1.6 or 1.5 trillion a year. Imagine if there's $1.6 trillion a year kind of industry, because this is able to reverse aging 8 to 34. It's a breakthrough in terms of technology, in terms of the DNA health science technology. So, and we are at the very, very beginning, right? So it's huge opportunity, huge opportunity. And we are at the very beginning. Cool. So we think that this 1 to 2 years will be a very, very good opportunity to let us spread around the world. So we are going to do Zoom every day from now onwards, because I just came back from Japan, took a break. And then, yeah, as long as more than 1 or 2 people in the Zoom, yeah, we can just talk, right? And we can spread this around the world. The Zoom is connected to every part of the world. Cool. So that's fantastic. So I think I've mentioned a bit about company, a bit about the general products offering. So now we pass it to our leaders in Canada, Water, right? So to go through the details of the product science, product background to you, because it's good to know what makes our product so great, right? So I met Water back in April. He came to Malaysia. So just nice when he came to visit Malaysia, we say, okay, so we invited him to go to the Higo company. He see the company, right? He brought back 12 bottles to US, because you don't know what is it. We just mentioned, explain a bit. He brought back 12 bottles, and then he sort of like shared, sell it to another 11 people. And what I hear from him is that almost all of them want to buy again. That is a very, very good testimony, right? Okay. So of course, then I'll let Walter to go through the details with you, right? Walter, are you there?
I am here.
Okay. So I can let you share your slide.
Well, here, let's just put me on a slide that you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about it.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but that way I can keep my conversation short.
Yeah. Yeah. No worry. Just say your experience. Okay. So okay. So
All right. So yeah, so this let me tell you about my experience, and I only want to take 5 minutes or so. And he said I'm a scientist. I'm not a scientist. I have a science mind. I was in the sciences and went into computing. Like computing is my background. Okay, so that was where I was making my income. But let's I was in Malaysia and we interviewed this company, and we're talking to these people, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool stuff, and you guys. Everybody had like full heads of hair and they looked all young. And I'm like, okay, that's really cool. And then as I was talking to them, I began to realize that they were a lot older than me. And I'm like, well, how old are you guys? And one of them was like 70 years old. Another one was 60 years old. I'm like, wow. And then they showed me pictures of what they were looking like before, with balding and graying hair. And so, and it was the science behind it that made me really enjoy. Okay. So the science behind it, let's talk just a little bit about that, because this is like based on the heads and shoulders of the technologies of the science before. So you guys have probably heard about stem cell technology, and so that came out, and now a few years later another technology came out, and then a few years later another technology came out, and now we've got NAD technology, and what this does is it basically goes down at the cellular level and it repairs it allows the cellular at the DNA level to light up, and it turns on some proteins that were turned on in your 20s, and part of aging process, they get turned off, and this is what causes you to age over time. Okay, and so you turn those proteins back on, and it allows the cells to start functioning properly how they need to be functioning, and it allows them to behave how they normally should be behaving. And this is why you start to reverse in age, is because at the cellular level, as these new cells start to reproduce, like every few minutes, you've got cells that divide and reproduce, and they are producing younger versions of themselves that then replicate and produce younger versions of themselves. Okay. And this is why the aging process is reducing about 8 to 30 years, is because the cells in your body are only 7 years old, but they are of an older age. Okay. And so these cells, as they reproduce, start to regenerate the body. Okay. That was just a brief. Let's go on to the next page. And there's a couple of products that are really cool. Oh yeah, these are the scientists that over the time frame have contributed to the technology of the cellular aging process. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is what we're talking about, where as you like in your 60s, you start to age really quickly. Okay. But this protein that's in your body, as it goes up in production, the the production rate is at its peak in your mid 20s, 30s. Okay. It stops, but in the body itself, every 10 years after that, the amount of this is reduced by half. Okay. And that's why you notice that you start to age when you're in your 60s. And so this is how helping you so that your body then functions properly. All right, I'll turn over the speaking back to you, Mr. Toe.
okay. All right.
Yeah, like
Cool. Yeah.
I'm really I'm really not
Thanks.
feeling that
Thanks.
good.
Thanks for sharing. Okay. So yeah, I would really like to talk about this slide, right? So I can talk this like about at least 15-20 minutes. So just a short one, right? So we have been taking supplements for maybe since World War One, right? So 100 years. So initially was some supplementations of some our macronutrients, right? Like proteins, example, right? Okay, so because we might be short of proteins, and then we take some, and then later on we go into another stage of the supplementation. That is micronutrients. That means the vitamins and the minerals. That is also important to us, right? Okay, because short of that, many diseases might come, right? So with that, actually, it sort of like enabled many very successful company, right? Including the Amway of the world, Amway, and a few very successful company started from there. And also many people has made very good businesses since then. So, but technology evolved, right? Because just like 30 years ago, we might use the 1G, which is a big phone, right? 1980s, 1990s, we used the Motorola phones, right? Then later on the Nokia phones, the bar phones come out. But today we don't use the Nokia bar phone anymore. We move on to smartphone, right? We move on to 5G. We don't use 3G, 2G's product anymore. So in about in about 30, 40 years ago, we start to have more functional supplements. That means no longer macro, but more functional. That means if my liver is not good, then I take the supplements that are able to help my liver. If my kidney is weak, I took the supplements. I mean, of course, you take supplement first. If supplement couldn't help you, then you go on medication. So that's why I mentioned about the first approach, the second approach, right? So then later on, about 10 to 20 years ago, that's where we go into cell repair, because that's where we understand the cell more. Then we go into cell repair. So those will be like more like the stem cell products, right? Or the extractions of some of the products is able to help, the cell level, to give energy to the cell. And just now, as Walter mentioned, like the David Sinclair, they very successfully able to extract NMN and found that NMN able to reverse aging 6.5 years. That was about 10 years ago. But technology progresses. So last year, when AKG comes out, it actually can boost the NAD plus a few more times more than NMN. So this is at the DNA level. It's gene balancing. That means we're taking the nutrients, able to balance the gene, able to increase the NDA plus, let us produce whatever that we need, no more, no less, because our body don't overproduce, right? Normal body doesn't overproduce. Yeah, so this is the gene level. So we are no longer supplementation. We go to the third approach, which is nutrients. We use nutrients to help us to be healthy, because we can't eat so many products to have high NMN or high AKG, right? So this extraction, so it's nutrients, it's all natural, go into our body, ignites our longevity genes, boosts up our NAD plus. Once we have NAD plus, we sort of like have the power to turn on our whole factory. So this is nutrients based. So this is the next approach that the world is going forward. So we are the pioneer in this stage, and so many people, so many fantastic testimony every day. Almost every day I hear many fantastic testimony on this GN AKG, right? So NMM has been about 10 years and it had grown to about 40 billion size market, but AKG, because it can reverse aging 8 to 35 years old. So it is fantastic. Even after 1 bottle, 2 bottles, most people can feel it. So we think that it's $1 trillion market. Just like I mentioned, right? Just like I give you the glimpse of potential of $1 trillion market. And if Higo is the forefront of this area, maybe Higo could be one of the top 10 going forward. I mean, if you are the top 10 of $1 trillion market, you just own maybe just 2 to 3%, that will be a $20 to $30 billion potential, right? So this is huge. And then we have so many testimony. So I'm not going to go through all in details. I have one session that go through like 10, 20 minutes on the testimony. That's fantastic testimony. I have personal friends that very high diabetes, 27, after 3 bottles become normal is 6.2. I have many friends that high blood pressure, 180, 190, go back to normal, 120 to 130, right? I have a few friends like their 70s. Prostate is a very big problem, especially for men above 70 years old. You have to go night urine, right? Every night you have to wake up. It's quite stressful. But after AKG, just a bottle or so, or even like a few tablets, they're able to resolve that. I have friends that have spinal problems, right? They walk like 200-300 meters. It's resolve his spinal problems, resolves knee problem, right? And cirrhosis problem that 20-30 years they can't resolve that. They take many medication, many supplements, they can't resolve that. Right, all the way to people that have white hair become black hair, no hair become hair. Also to cancer, people that have cancer problems, resolve that. But we are not saying here that this is a medication. We can't pronounce, we can't claim that this one will cure cancer, this one will cure diabetes, this one will cure high blood pressure. But there are such effects on a lot of people. Right. Of course, at the very fundamental, this one is able to help us to boost our energy because AKG gives us a lot of ATP, which boosts our energy, get sleep deeper, able to help us move our bowel better, which is fantastic, right? I mean, I normally take a lot of supplements. I also take a lot of Chinese herbs like ginseng, we call it bird nest, and many of the good stuff, right? So now I don't need that. I just need AKG because once we have that, we can boost up our NAD+. So this is me. Just give you show you a little bit. This is me. I am quite healthy, but I have a chronic high uric acid and high cholesterol since young, either because of my lifestyle or my genetic. So my uric acid was high since day one that I know, right? So my uric acid dropped from 564 to 209. The normal range is like 208 to like 400 plus. It drops below the highest level, and I have 2 times gout attack. Gout is very painful, right? Because once you have uric acid high for long, you might deposit crystal in my big toe, and I have 2 times gout attack. Very painful, very painful. And this is my side view, right? You can see my face is more radiant, right? A bit lifted, right? So whenever I look at the Zoom, I can see that my face is redder than most of the people. I don't know whether because of my screen or because my face is really redder than most people. And this is my test report. I just taken my test report 2 months ago, 3 months ago. You see my uric acid dropped from 564 to 409. Yeah, this is 564, this is before, and 209 is after. And this is the range that was given. And then this is a cholesterol. My all cholesterol dropped as well. But the overall cholesterol dropped from 7.34 to 4.79. It's fantastic, right? I took a lot of statin products. It doesn't help. I took a lot of aripiprazole, which used to lower the uric acid. But it just doesn't help, right? So now I'm very happy. Okay. Of course, we continue to be watch our lifestyle, continue to exercise. Nutrients of food is only part of it, right? We also need to keep a healthy lifestyle. Don't sleep too late, eat proper, exercise regularly, think positively, right? So then we can live well and beyond 100 years old. So there are many fantastic testimony. Okay. So next I'm going to spend maybe just 5 or 10 minutes just to go through what is a potential income potential. Of course, we talked that now this is a huge business. This could be $1 trillion business. And Higo, if going forward, I think if they own 2 to 3% of the whole market, right, they could be a 20 to 30 billion dollars market opportunity. Do you want to involve in such a company at a very age? And then once we involve, we actually is being compensated very, very healthily. Why? Because the company give out most of the commission to us, right? Cool. So this one bottle is $135, right? And this is what we consider is 100 PV, point value. So the commission is based on point value. Commission can be, can tell you commission in 30 seconds, the short version, 30 seconds, right? Three things. First, there's a referral bonus of 40%. So there's $40. When we market this to anybody, we get 40%, $40. But the big income, which is income potential, is actually called team bonus, which is actually binary. So you need to have two groups of people with two different, the left and the right side is 20%. Or you can find one country, no, one Indonesia, one whatever country, right? Mexico, right? Okay. Then the team bonus is 20%. That is very high because most company, they only give team bonus about 10 to 12%. But as I mentioned, this company, the intention is not make only profit from here, but to make the profit from next time. The value is to create a large communities. Next time the company will have a very good data, right? So the third one, which is even more important to us, is that the maximum cap is 100K per week. Just I was talking to someone, he say, wow, the previous company he has is only 10K per week. We are 100K per week. Imagine, right? So these are the three things. So I break it down is that the referral bonus is 40%, right? $40. But there are some deduction. There's deduction of 15% for the operation, deduction of 10% for global pool, right? So which they will share with us in future. That is instant. This gives us cash. That means if you want cash, refer more people. Treat as a business. I mean, if you sell clothes or you sell car, you sell house, or maybe you sell anything, you need to sell, right? Yeah, you refer people, you have instant cash, instantaneously, which is good. But beside instant cash, we also have a pipeline income, which is called passive income, which is also equally important because the passive income is not only your own efforts, but through the people that you bring, if they were to refer down, and then there's PV, they will get 20%. And this is very significant because this 20% will give us, after deduction, will give us 15.3, right? That means if I have 100 bottles, 1,000 bottles on one country and another 1,000 bottles on the other country, I will have $15.3 thousand per week, yeah. And it is not phenomenal. It's not ridiculous to say no 15,000 because there are people that earning 100,000 per week already, just like I mentioned to you. Yeah, okay. So it's a very, very attractive business. It's able to attract not only the beginners, not only people. If, let's say you want to have this product, you want to consume this product at a lower price, you sign up for the website, then you have 40%. I mean, you just sign your own package, you have 40% discount, right? Why not? You just sign a membership. I mean, we do sign membership for discount, right? But if you want to have this product that you consume for free, let's say you think that this product is good, you want to consume for free, refer 3 to 4 people, then you consume for free, right? If it's good product, why not, right? You have a good coffee, you introduce to people, you still have to pay the same price. But this one, if it's a good product you introduce to people, you do have referral bonus, and that is 3 to 4 people, we get it for free. But if we think as a business, we want to build a business, we develop one group of people and another group, we could earn a potential income that can able to replace our normal, be it a job or be it other businesses, right? And we are in a very, very good timing, right at the very forefront of the whole growth, right? And riding on a company that is proven business model, proven product, and a very, very strong team. And we have Chinese Zoom growing every day, 3 sessions. Every session is more than few thousand people. Today, the Zoom, 2,000 people, half an hour before the Zoom, it was already full. It was already full. So the Zoom, I don't know how many people, could be 10,000 people or more, right? So, okay, so we have mentioned a couple of things to you in the last 40 to 45 minutes or so. So let me summarize. So at the beginning, I've shown you what is this company about, e-commerce, what product we are doing. We are doing with a high-end DNA products able to reverse aging 8 to 34 years. And then there are some product coming up, right? We've shown you the company operations, the company, where is it from, the founders. Okay, there's a bit of company. Then Walter has mentioned to you a bit about products, a bit about the science, a bit about the NAD plus, right? Okay, AKG able to increase NAD plus. That's where we get reverse aging, right? So fantastic product. I showed you a bit of the testimony. There's so many testimony. You've seen my own testimony, of course, right? Then I've shown you a bit about the business potential, right? So we covered that in 40 to 45 minutes, which is good, just to give you an overview, right? But let me now ask you 3 questions, right? Would it be okay? I ask you 3 questions, right? So first of all, if a product can give, let us reverse aging 8 to 34 years, would you want it? Yes or no? Right? If a product able to let us reverse aging 8 to 34 years, would you want it? I say if really can reverse, do you want it? Of course, everybody will want it, right? Who can resist it? Right? You just said, no, just go and find out some information, Google AKG. And the second question is that if a product that can help your family looks and feel 10 to 20 years younger or healthier, like your whole family younger by 10 to 20 years old. Let's say, if you are not so old, right? If you are 30, 40s, you might have a parents 60s, 70s, right? Your parents is already ages, right? 60s, 70s, right? It's able to let them healthier, able to reduce some of their problems here or another. Would you want it? Right. Even you have a children, young children, your kids is like 20 plus. Is they able to let them healthier? Would you want it? Let your whole family healthier by 2020. Would you want it? Yes or no? Right? Okay. So the third question is that if there's an opportunity to be part of $1 trillion health and wellness industry, right? Not only yourself you healthier, you learn a lot of very, very important information of health and wealth and how to take care of yourself, right? And not only that, you're able to use it to get a part-time income, or could be able to get a full-time income, able to replace yourself, right? Just say a couple of $1,000s more a month. Would you want it? Yes or no? Right? So if your question, I don't think anybody can resist this, right? I mean, if you think about it, there's nobody can resist it. So if you think this is yes, and then the next step, people ask, okay, yeah, I would like to have it. Why not? Nobody will say no. Then the next step, what do you do? Okay, this is the last slide that we have. Then the next step, just get back to the person who invites you, right? And get some information, because today is just an overview, right? You see, you have a glimpse of the future. You have a glimpse of a product that can give you 8 to 34 years, right? Reverse aging. You have a glimpse of potential, right? Income of 100K per week or a couple of $1,000s per month. Fine, no problem, right? So get back to the person who invites you and get some information, ask some questions. You can ask in the group as well, okay? Right, information is free, but if you miss the information, could be very, very costly, right? Okay, so then the second one is that, yeah, if your information is okay, you have clarified whatever, some of the questions that you have in mind, right? I do have some questions in mind, right? But after I questions the thing in mind, I try the product, right? I mean, seeing is believing, right? Seeing is believing, but touching is confirming, right? You touch it, then you confirm. Nothing better than you take yourself, you feel yourself. Because as I mentioned, most people that is a bit age, 50, I'm 58, right? I'm no shame to share, but I looks young, right? Because the AKG has let me younger by a few years. And yeah, after I tried the product, fantastic. I mean, I have energy throughout the whole day. Today I work the whole day. I have energy. I can sleep better. My bowel is better. You can see my chronic disease, uric acid is lower. My this cholesterol is lower. I less of a gout problem, reduce my risk of heart attack, and my other indicators also come down, right? And I look younger, I look more radiant. Fantastic, right? So how much would you value it? So try the product, right? And if the product is not good, not to your satisfaction, then just drop it. I mean, we won't say a DNA product is suitable. Won't say it's any hard effect. It's just that some people might have effect in a bottle or a couple of weeks. Some people might take 3 to 4 bottles if you're very healthy in general, right? Then it takes a while for you to feel. Of course, after 3 to 4 months, you definitely can feel that you looks better, more radiant, yeah? Your face tighter. And then, yeah, sign up to the website because you can get discount, right? Once you sign up to the website, you can discount. right? And then if it's good, continue to get discount, continue to consume and sign up the website and get discount. If the product is very good, share with people. Don't be so selfish, right? Share with people. And yeah, I mean, just a good coffee, good meals, a good product, just share with people, right? Once you share with 3 to 4 people, you can consume the product for free. And once you share with these 4 people, also share with another 4 people, and then it duplicates down. It's very easy to duplicate because it's only $135. It's not difficult. It's very easy. And once it grow to the world, and then as I mentioned, we are very beginning of the whole product life cycle. Once it grow up, it take a couple of years to go to mainstream. And then once that go to mainstream, wow, okay, that is a phenomenal, right? Phenomenal wealth. That means you're planting a tree or planting a durian. Oh, it takes 3 years or 5 years to grow into fruits, right? Plant it, and 3 to 5 years, it grow to every part in the world, because you don't know where the birds or the people will bring it to, right? Okay, so yeah, sign up the website and share with people. Okay, if you think that now the questions I asked you just now, you think is reasonable, get back to the person who invite you, get some information, try out the product, sign up the website, and share with people. Okay, so I think I'm quite happy with the Zoom tonight. I think we are still on recording, so I will put this recording on the website. I think it's quite complete and it's not too long. We just covered this in 50 minutes, and thanks for the contribution from Water. Right, and then I'm going to stop the Zoom, and then we can spend the next 10 minutes in to answer some questions if you have. Right, and stop the recording. Thanks everybody.